So to create our Burlap printed Halloween artwork, we're going to start off with a new document and we're going to choose the correct paper size that we're going to print onto. So if we click where it says document type and swap it from clipboard to US paper or international paper. If you're in the US, the paper sizes are set there for you. International paper, we click on, if you're in the UK, and select A4. It then gives you the sizes and the resolution that's absolutely right. So we click OK and a new document is opened. Now the one that we're going to print is going to be printed in landscape. So the first thing we're going to do is rotate the paper. So click on image at the top, rotate and 90 degrees right. Now we've got a nice landscape image. Now I've found a picture to use and it's of a pumpkin on a white background. I've opened it recently, so I know that if I go to File and Open Recently Edited File, there it is at the top. It opens in a new window, so I'm going to select All and then Copy, and in our blank page I'm going to Edit, Paste. Now it's time to have some fun. I'm going to use one of the guided effects. So if you click on guided at the top and then the fun edits window, we're going to use the effect painterly. So if you look there, you've got your before, which is a clear picture, and afterwards you can see how it looks like the paint brush has been splattered around it. So click on there and it will take us to our panel at the side where our edits can be made. Now that the panel's open at the side, we want to apply the effect to the image. So we click on paintbrush, make sure that show is selected, and now we look at the brushes. Where it says presets, we can select the type of brush that we're going to apply the effect with. The first one, bold strokes, you can see an example of how that is at the top here with the dog picture. So the before and the after. The next one, rough bristles, does kind of a splodgy effect. So if we click here or here, you can see how it starts to reveal the pumpkin. Confetti is an interesting effect. So if we place the confetti on, you can see it does different sizes with different opacities as it goes onto the screen. The last brush is round rhythm. As we select that, you can see the sort of effect that is produced as it's applied. For our Halloween picture though, we're going to use the bold strokes. Reduce the size of your brush slightly. You can see how large it is by placing it over the top of your image. So we're going to reduce it just a tad down to about 210. I'm going to keep the opacity the same, but as we move the brush around to reveal different parts of the image, we're going to change the brush angle. So if you click, you can see it starts to expose it. Change the brush angle slightly, apply again. Change the brush angle again and throughout the image. Repeat till you've revealed all of the image. Click, change the brush angle, making sure that you expose the majority of the centre of the image. Don't forget the stalk, and then when you've finished, we move to close paintbrush and we select the canvas colour. I'm going to be printed on white paper or white burlap, so we click on white. Before we leave, we're going to apply an effect to it. The pumpkin at the moment is quite bright and orange, but we want to make it a little bit spookier. So we're going to click on FX effect under number 4 and then select the smart looks. And all of a sudden we've got a dark pumpkin showing those bright coloured eyes inside. Then we're going to click next and in expert. Now we're back in expert, we're going to first of all resize the window so we can see the whole pumpkin, and then make the pumpkin smaller so we can fit text by the side. So first of all, click on the magnifying glass up here under view, and then down at the bottom we want to click fit screen. There we go, we can now see the whole of the pumpkin. Using the move tool, we're going to select, click on the corner and then make it smaller. If you end up like me with 2 copies of the pumpkin one underneath that you can see. Click on it and then press delete on the keyboard. Click yes. And before we start adding the text, we want to make sure the top layer in the side panel is selected so that it will go above it. We're going to add the text at the top. It's going to say, "There is magic in the night when pumpkins glow by moonlight." So we're going to start in the top left-hand corner, make sure that it's left aligned, the colours suitable that you're going to see. You can always change it later if you wish, and that you've got a font. I'm going for a script font here, so it looks quite good and thick when printed on the burlap. Make sure it's clicked and start. Once you've got it typed, click the tick, and now you can have some fun rearranging it. So I'm going to make it larger, click on the corner square and drag it out. Handy tip, if you drag from the side, it will extend it in just one direction and not the other directions. When you've got it positioned as you wish, click on the confirm. Now you may be like me and that you need to adjust the pumpkin again. So at the side panel, click on the layer that the pumpkin is and then use the corner box to drag and resize it and position it where you want. Click to confirm when it's all in place and you're ready to go. It's now time to print. Make sure that your fabric is prepared as per the instructions and then click File, Print. One of the things we want to do here is make sure that we only print the image that we want transferred to the fabric or the burlap. So we click on the pumpkin below and remove it, just showing our one artwork. Then we want to make sure it's the right size. In previous tutorials I've used actual size, but this time I want to make it slightly smaller than the size that we would print so that the picture will then print onto the fabric with lots of space around the side in case I want to put a mount into a frame. So I'm going to choose 20 centimetres by 25.4 centimetres and then make sure it's in the centre and click print.